Picking is an advanced guitar technique which uses a pick to sweep across the strings in unison with the fingers. The real trick in sweep picking is getting the pick to go along with the fingers, because most beginners are going to do one thing with the finger and another thing with the pick, and it's not really gonna work together as one motion. And if you can't get this one motion, you're not going to be able to sweep, because the whole point in sweeping is moving in unison. It's like a it's like a dance. It's like a dance across the strings, and one common mistake that people make is not moving their pick fast enough, and maybe the fingers will be at a different portion of the guitar neck than the pick, and you'll get something like you'll stumble. It won't go smoothly, and it won't be a proper sweep. Before speed is emphasized, technique and precision is probably the most important thing, and really the most overlooked thing, not just in sweeping, but in guitar in general. So when you're practicing your arpeggios, you're just going to want to hit each note separately. And just get a feel for what it feels like to move your fingers in such a way, in this shape. I don't know if arpeggios might be a new thing to you, but they're a very unique shape, and it takes some time to get used to moving your fingers in that way. Once you have the idea of what it feels like, you're going to want to slowly start the sweep. So you're just going to start doing something along this line, just up and down. Really get used to moving your pick in the motion, the same motion that your fingers are moving. Now it's really critical to get this picking pattern down, because it's probably the hardest part of sweeping. Once you're used to moving your fingers in the accurate manner, picking in the accurate manner is going to be complicated. It's easy just to go down, probably practicing just a downstroke and having your pick angled in such a way that you're able to sweep down the neck and right across each string. The toughest part is going to be lifting up the pick and then just going back up, just to react to the sweep. So you're going down and then you're reacting with an upstroke, and that upstroke is going to take some time. It's probably good to mute your strings and just practice the motion, and then start to go slowly, and just go. Going up, and that angle, it's got to be perfect, or else you'll miss a note, and it might sound something like this if you have a bad upstroke. It's going to sound slow. It's going to sound out of rhythm, and you're not going to hit the notes in this time that you're going to need. So really practicing that upstroke is probably the key to sweep picking. It's going to take the longest, and even when you think you have it down, you're still going to want to improve your upstroke and improve accuracy and consistency in down and upstroke picking during the sweep. Shape. There's many different shapes of sweeping. And it really gets way more complicated the more you dig into it. But starting with a simple major arpeggio shape is going to allow you to build up to hopefully more advanced techniques in sweeping. But practice is critical. If you can't put the time in, you're never going to get there, because sweeping is probably one of the most complicated techniques in guitar. It really emphasizes coordination and timing, rhythm, accuracy, just a lot of things that takes time to build on something as delicate as the neck of a guitar. So it's like, it takes a little bit of practice, and you could start an acoustic guitar if you want. You could start with an electric, but what I would really suggest doing is to start clean. Don't put your distortion on right away, because that's gonna mask the pure sound of the strings. And you want to get the technique down. You don't just want to sound like you're sweeping with distortion and messiness. You want to get a clean sound going when you practice, so you could really tell when you hit those notes, and where your accuracy is, where your strengths are in sweeping, and where your weaknesses are. So with that said, if you're serious about sweep picking, it's good to start as soon as possible, because it takes a lot of practice and dedication.